Seiger, a Harvard medical student and Stanford alum, and I'll be talking today about my approach to a problem in medicine and how it's informed my perspective on medical training. My friend Joyce was married and living the life she had dreamed of when her doctor found tumors in her stomach. With a diagnosis of leiomyosarcoma, Joyce planned to do whatever her doctor recommended. But she was surprised to learn that the chemotherapy she needed might jeopardize her ability to have children. For Joyce, imagining a life after cancer meant imagining a family after cancer. So at worst, this diagnosis threatened her life, and at best, it threatened the life she imagined. Joyce wasn't alone in feeling trapped. Every year in the US, hundreds of thousands of people of reproductive age are diagnosed with cancer. As treatments improve, more people are living longer, calling greater attention to issues of survivorship. Survivorship means thinking beyond the cure and considering what happens after. Many cancer treatments can lead to infertility. Luckily, patients can freeze embryos, eggs, or sperm prior to chemotherapy in order to preserve their fertility. But not every patient has access to the information they need. For example, in a large study of young women with breast cancer, only half felt that their fertility concerns were appropriately addressed. Overall, the literature reports inconsistent rates of fertility counseling and referrals to fertility specialists prior to treatment. As an undergraduate at Stanford, I planned a symposium in this very building in order to amplify the conversation about the barriers these patients face in building their families. But my work focused on improving communication among providers, and I began wondering how we could give patients more autonomy and put more power into their hands. I began consulting for the nonprofit Alliance for Fertility Preservation, founded by my friend Joyce, and together we built Fertility Scout, an online tool to connect patients to the care they need. Fertility Scout is a national database of clinics that provide fertility preservation services. The tool helps patients find the location and services that are right for them. It helps patients make appointments, providers make referrals, and cancer centers improve documentation. We saw the data on gaps in fertility counseling, took the research off the page, and designed this tool with patients, for patients. Now that I'm in medical school, this experience has inspired me to reimagine the role of medical professionals and consider how to improve medical education. In medical school, students are encouraged to create change through research, but there's little emphasis on how to use research to innovate in other ways. When patients have concerns that we can't solve through medicine, we're taught to refer them to outside resources. What if, though, we also saw our role as designers? What if, for all of our patients, we thought, what would we want them to have that doesn't exist? What we can achieve through technology and digital health is becoming limitless, and as the landscape changes, there is merit in teaching the next generation of medical students how to think like designers and design for their patients. At Harvard, I'm a founding member of Makerspace, a new student-run initiative to create a culture of medical students as designers, as creators, and as agents of change. We have a prototyping lab where students can physically build out their ideas, and we have teams of students who look beyond the medication list and think, what else can we do? What can we create? Though we are in our infancy, we're building a framework that can be implemented at other medical schools so that students are not only trained in medicine, but are also empowered to implement their ideas for better patient care. Just going through the innovation process can help create medical trainees who listen, who refuse to be complacent, and who see that their role in influencing someone's health can extend beyond what they will prescribe. Not every idea will revolutionize healthcare, but if students are trained to think like designers, maybe we'll be better prepared to approach our patients' concerns with creativity when it counts. Thankfully, Joyce's story has a happy new chapter. Prior to treatment, she and her partner froze embryos, and after she beat cancer, they pursued surrogacy. Today, Joyce is cancer-free and blessed with twin girls. Having access to fertility counseling gave her control during a time when much of what was happening to her body was out of her control. My hope is that by approaching care like designers, we can continue to give more patients control over living the lives they deserve. Thank you.